What is philosophy? Many people, because they've been allowed so little experience with philosophy, have a negative view of it. They see philosophy as the obscure, arcane thoughts of odd, reclusive men from bygone times. They see the study of philosophy as dusting off moldy ideas that have little relevance to their daily lives. This is not true. Literally, the word philosophy comes from the Greek words philo, which means love, and Sophia, which means wisdom. Thus, the label philosophy literally means the love of wisdom. Clearly, though, the act of philosophy is much more than simply loving wisdom. Clearly, it is something deeper, broader, and more involved. Many people have attempted to explain what philosophy is. Some have said philosophy is thinking about thinking, reflecting on experience, a pursuit of truth. Philosophy is all those things, but it's also something much more. Here is my definition of philosophy. Philosophy is the active intellectual search for fundamental principles on which we can build a better life. What does that mean? Let's break it down concept by concept. Philosophy is active. It's not passive. If you simply believe what you are told, you're not being a philosopher. An active mind is important for philosophy, and philosophy is not satisfied with comfortable feel-good answers. Philosophers question assumptions, and philosophy is a live pursuit for better explanations and better ideas. The most important ingredient in being a good philosopher is to be an active and open-minded listener. Philosophy is intellectual. Yes, it's about thinking. It's not accepting ideas because they feel nice, but because they make rational sense. Most philosophers prize reason above all else, and many of them dismiss emotions. You do need to use your rational powers a lot when doing philosophy. That's intimidating, especially because what philosophy explores are some of the most difficult concepts possible. We need to think diligently and critically to explore these concepts, to discuss them, and to arrive at solutions. Philosophy is an active intellectual search. We are looking for something. Philosophy is not an aimless pursuit. It's not just navel-gazing. And we aren't thinking for its own sake. Philosophy is a quest. We are searching for answers to life's most vexing questions by actively using our minds. Philosophy is searching for fundamental principles. That means that the answers that we are searching for aren't superficial, but are fundamental to the concepts we consider and our view of the world. One of the main differences between philosophy and other intellectual pursuits is that philosophy searches for the meaning behind concepts and phenomena. Science is fabulous at measuring phenomena and gathering data. Philosophy is fabulous at forming a worldview that strengthens our ability to perceive phenomena and make decisions about it. All of the data in the world don't give us wisdom. Philosophy searches for the foundations for our perceptions and understandings and what we do in the world. Identifying the fundamental principles that underlie our world and how we think about it is necessary to understand our world. Philosophy has a purpose for its search for fundamental principles. With few exceptions, philosophers are engaging in philosophy with the purpose of improving our lives. This is one of philosophy's greatest strengths, if not its greatest strength. Philosophers engage in philosophical inquiry with the hope of more fully understanding the world they live in. Whether that understanding leads to directly practical benefits or just the satisfaction that having an answer brings, the goal of philosophy is to improve life. Philosophy has a concern for the quality of human life. Different philosophers have had different views on how life could or should be improved, but one way or another they all share the same desire to better the human condition through better understanding. By understanding the fundamental principles of what reality is and how we perceive it, we can build a better life for ourselves and future generations. Philosophy is a quest for understanding. We need to think actively, diligently, and critically about the problems we face to arrive at solutions and improve our lives. That is the answer to what philosophy is and why people do philosophy.